everyone, welcome to today's class. Today we're just going to do some posture and focus on our alignment. Just remember, it's about small movements, nothing too quickly. Thank you all for filling out your PAR-Qs. How are you all feeling today?
Good.
Are we all happy for me to come around today and do some hands-on correction if need be? Yeah? Perfect. Okay, let's go into it. So we're going to start by focusing on our alignment. So we want our feet hip width apart. If you need to, you take your heels together, be stood like a penguin, come up onto the balls of your feet, twist them round, place them back down. We want our knees to be soft and our pelvis in a neutral position. So I'm going to show you. As we rock back, the lower back will arch, and as we tilt forward, the back will start to flatten. So you want to do just a few of them, and then stop halfway, and then that's your neutral alignment. So when I say to come back to a neutral position, that's where you want to be. Ribs stacked on your hips, shoulders soft, and let's grow tall through the spine. Imagine I've got a piece of string pulling you up towards the ceiling. Right, can we take our hands onto our lower ribs with our fingertips touching? We're going to start our breathing. So we're going to inhale, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, feel them soften back in. The fingertips should be drawing apart. And then closing back in. We want the air to be filling up our ribs, not our bellies. On the next one, just drop your hands to your thighs and then carry on the breathing. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through past steps. Just a couple more here before we bring in our core engagement. Place your hands onto your core. We're going to take another inhale, and on the exhale, you want to start to draw your navel to your spine, engaging that core. Imagine you're zipping up a pair of jeans that have got a slightly bit too small. And inhale, exhale, engaging the core. It's just a gentle squeeze. You don't want to be engaging fully. Hands by our sides. And we're just going to continue here. On the next one, we're going to bring in our pelvic floor. So just like the core engagement, you're going to inhale through the nose, exhale, engage the core, and your pelvic floor here, you just want to squeeze like you're holding in a wing. It's not a big squeeze, it's just a little squeeze. Keeping that breath going. Perfect. Okay, let's start to warm up the body. So, we're going to inhale, we're going to bring our shoulders up to our ears and back round, making sure our hips are still stacked, our feet are on the floor, hip width apart, and our knees are soft. Inhale up to the ears, exhale back down. On this next one, let's make the rotation a bit bigger. We're going to place our hands onto our shoulders and just go back. So inhale, round, exhale, down. Perfect. We'll do a few more, and then we're going to change directions back into our smaller shoulder rolls. hands back down. We're going to go forward this time. So inhale, up to the ears. Exhale, coming back down. Okay, let's make them a bit bigger. Hands on our shoulders and round. Inhale in through the nose, making sure we're still engaging our core and our pelvic floor. And growing tall through that spine. Bring your hands down to your thighs. We're going to take an inhale and up and lift up the right arm, keeping the opposite arm low. And we're just going to go into a side bend. Feel the stretch. Inhale back up. Soften arms. Exhale. Bend. Hear my body click. Just going to keep repeating this. So inhale up. Exhale down. On this next one, on the exhale, just try and stretch a little deeper. Reaching that hand further towards the heels. Good work, Yana. Thank you. I'm really trying. Perfect. 2 more, and then we're going to move on to our spinal rotation. Coming back to centre, we're going to cross our arms in front of us at shoulder height, making sure we're still in our neutral alignment. Our shoulders are away from our ears, our eye gaze is forward, and we're lengthening through that spine. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, just take a small rotation. Inhale back to centre. Exhale, rotation. It's all coming from your upper body, so you want your hips and your knees to be completely still. Just a small rotation, you don't have to go too far. If you feel like your hips are moving, just make the range of motion a bit smaller. Return to centre, and we're going to lengthen our arms out to 180 degrees and just do the exact same, making sure they stay at that 180 the whole time. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, return to centre. Keeping that chin up. And coming back. We're going to come into our squat. So, we're going to inhale, lower into a squat, exhale, rise back up. You want to imagine that you're sitting back into a chair. Your neck and your spine is in neutral alignment, your eye gaze is forward and your chest is open. Okay? So inhale, lower, exhale, rise. Inhale, lower, exhale, rise. Making sure our feet are just a little bit further than hip width apart, so we've got stability. Perfect. One more. On this next one, we're going to bring our arms up with us. So inhale, arms rise. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Coming back up to standing. Let's think about our alignment again. So we want our feet back to hip width apart, knees soft, pelvis neutral, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to come into our hill walk. So I want you to slowly just lift up onto the ball of each foot and just start walking it out. Think about your breath and your core. Everyone's is clicking. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. Perfect. Let's plant the feet back down. And to finish up the warm up, we're going to come into some balance work. So, I'm going to inhale. You can place your hands on your hips for extra stability. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, lifting the right leg to 90 degrees. Inhale, bringing it back down. Thinking about keeping our pelvis still. Not tilting too much to one side. If it helps, set your eye gaze on something that's completely still. And on that exhale, just engage the core. A couple more. Good work. How are we feeling? We warm?
Very nice.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, we're going to start down on all fours. So, we're going to come onto our knees. We want our wrists stacked under our shoulders, our knees stacked under our hips, and we want to be in a neutral spine. So imagine I'm placing a bowl of water on your back. You don't want to spill that bowl of water. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, I want you to slide your right leg back, keeping the toes in contact with the mat. Inhale, bringing it back into that neutral position. In the same leg, keep it going. Sliding the right leg back, toes in contact with the mat. Perfect, so good work. We're here for another 3 more. Okay, and on this next one, I want you to take the opposite arm forward as the leg goes backward. Just sliding it, it's staying in contact with the mat, so you don't need to lift it up off the mat. Inhale, coming back in. Exhale, going out. Engage through that core to keep that neutral spine. You don't want to spill that water. Good work. Now let's return to our original position on all fours, and we're going to swap sides. So this time we're going to slide our left leg back out and bring it back in. It slides out, bringing it back in. Thinking about the alignment in the head. So you want to be looking at the mat. You don't want to be, you want to move your head slightly like that. You don't want to be tilting the head too far back. Perfect. We've got 4 more until we add in the arm. 3, 2, 1. Now slide the opposite arm forward. Good work. Cara, if you just keep your hand on the mat and you're just going to slide it forward. Three more. Good work. Coming back, we're going to lower onto our tummies. I'm going to demonstrate what to do first, otherwise you're not going to hear me. So, we're coming down. I want you to take your hands to your temples and we're placing our head onto our hands. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, I want you to just lift the head up. Inhale, lower. Now, it's just a slight lift. You don't want to be lifting too far. Eye gaze stays at the mat the whole time. Think about the neck alignment with the spine. You don't want to be lifting your head up like that. It just needs to stay in line. Core engaged, legs and knees heavy on the mat. Okay? So inhale, and on the exhale, lifting your head. So you want your hand on your temples like that. Head flat. Inhale and exhale, lift. Perfect. Inhale, back down.
Are you lifting with your hands as well?
No, just lifting with your head, keeping your hands on the floor. So, try and keep your eye gaze to the mat, and that's it, and you just want to lift to there and no further.
Okay.
You should start to feel it in your lower back. Think about your alignment, keeping the shoulders relaxed, core engaged. Good work. On your next one, I want you to bring one of your arms, your left arm, up with your head, almost as if you're saluting. Just one arm rises, inhale lower and switch for the other arm. Perfect. Keeping the movement slow and controlled. Hey, that looks lovely, Verity. Just a couple more. Think about squeezing them abs. Perfect. Now if you want, come back and just come into a child's pose for a minute. Stretch out the body. Give yourself a second. Okay, let's come onto our left side. We want our lower arm to be flat to the floor. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can bend the elbow. The lower leg should be bent. Place your hand in front of you we're going to come into our leg circle. So your ear needs to stay in contact with your bicep the whole time. We're going to inhale, hip stacked. We're going to inhale, lifting that top leg and coming into some little circles. Imagine you're drawing round a coin. Good work. Engage that core. You should have a little arch on your rib. I should be able to come round and slide my fingers here. So your core should be engaged and you'll be lifted. Making sure the hips are stacked. Perfect. We don't want to be tilting. Good. Perfect, everyone. Let's make them circles a little bit bigger. Good work. You starting to feel it in your glute?
Yes. I'm feeling it everywhere.
Okay. We're gonna go the opposite direction. Just small circles again, the opposite way. I'm going to bring your knee back to there, Clara. So you always want your ankle to be in line with your glutes here. Okay, you can stop now. Bring the top leg in. Bring the top leg in. We're staying on our side. You want to bend both legs in. Heels in line with the glutes. Hips stacked. Core engaged, keeping that little arch. We're going to come into some clams. So I want you to do is inhale, and on the exhale, we're keeping the feet together and just lifting up the leg like you're opening up a book. Keep it a slow movement. Slow, Ayana. And controlling it on the way down. Making sure we're not tilting as we're lifting. Good work, everyone. If you want to, you can lift the feet just an inch or two off of the ground. So you lift here, and then, both feet, and then continue the movement. If this is too much, feel free to put your feet back down. Keeping it slow. Are we feeling it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Coming back down in your own time, we're going to come onto our backs. So we want our feet to be hip width apart, planted in the floor. Walk them in towards your glutes. You should be able to touch your heels with your fingertips. Neutral spine, shoulders relaxed. We're going to come into our toe taps. So I want you to inhale, and on the exhale, slowly lift the right leg up to tabletop, 90 degrees. Inhale, lower. Opposite leg comes up to tabletop, 90 degrees, pointing the toe, and lower. Keep that movement going, alternating the legs. So, good work. What you want to do is come up again, the other leg. You want to stop about here, keeping it in the 90 degrees. Four more before we add a progression. Slower movements. Are you still engaging your core? Okay, on this next one, I want you to plant both feet into the ground. This time we're doing double toe taps, so you're bringing both legs up. You're going to need to engage that core and imprint the spine into the floor. Tap, exhale, rise, inhale, lower. Remember that breathing. You want to inhale through the nose, fill the rib cage. Exhale through pursed lips. And then bring here, so you want to be here, and then coming back down. Perfect. You're only here for 3, 2, and 1. Take a breather. That's fine. Staying lying down. Taking our feet hip width apart in the same position. Hands by our sides. Walk them feet in. Engage through the core. Make sure the head is heavy and the shoulders are pushing away. I'm going to inhale, and on the exhale, I want you to slowly start to peel your lower spine off of the ground, vertebrae by vertebrae, up into a shoulder bridge. And then inhale, lowering down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Imagine your spine to be a chain. As it lowers, each link's coming down one at a time. As you peel it off the ground, each link is coming up one at a time. This movement's all about being slow and controlled. Working through the spinal articulation. I'm going to move your feet a little bit forward right now. There you go. Squeezing your glutes at the top. You should start to feel this through your glutes and your hamstrings if you've got tight hamstrings. Everyone looks great. 3 more, and then we're going to include the arms. Remember to be coming down one vertebrae at a time. Last one. Good work. On this next one, as you rise, the arms are coming up with the hips. So in, exhale, rise. Inhale, lower. Just bringing them to the ceiling so they only need to come straight to here, no further. Can we feel it in the glutes? Yeah. Okay, good. Three more, and I'll let you have a breather. One more. Good work. I'll give you a second and we're going to come over to do our sideline circles on the other side. Just take a moment for a breather. I'm going to come round here. So in your own time, roll onto your right side. I'm still seeing. Yeah, roll onto your right side. Your lower arm should be long and flat. Your ear resting on your bicep. The lower leg bent, making sure that our heel's in line with our hips, and lengthen that top leg. For stability, you can have your hand placed on the mat in front of you. If you feel like you can, then you can put it on your hip, but that will take away an element of stability. So we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, lift that top leg and start to do little circles backwards as if you're drawing round a coin. And calm. So, here, Steph, you want your leg to be about there.
Thank you.
Very good. I'm going to move your foot back slightly. To here. You point the toes. Yeah. Stack the hips so that you're not rocking backwards. So yeah, so they're there. Stay there. Cara, I'm going to say the same example. So come forward just slightly. There you are. So you want to stay in that position the whole time. So the hips are stacked on one another. And let's make them circles slightly bigger. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to change direction. Take a moment if you need to. You can see. Okay, let's go. Small circles in the other direction. Just small and slow. So really slow like this. Perfect. And let's make them a bit bigger. Oh no. Oh, hold on. Oh no. No, just check. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, keep going. And you can rest. Good work. How are we feeling? Yeah. Staying onto our sides, we're going to come into our clams. So, both legs on top of each other, same as the other side. Hips stacked, heels in line with our glutes. You're right, you're perfect. And head, ear on the bicep, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, and on the exhale, open up the top leg like you're opening up a book. Try not to take that top leg too far to the point that it makes you start to roll on your hip. It's just about small movements. Think about the mind to muscle connection using your glutes. Exhale through pursed lips as you open. Inhale as you close. On this next one, if you're up for it, take both feet an inch or two off of the ground and continue opening. Everyone looks great. I'm going to come through here. I'm going to bring your feet slightly back, so you're about here. Now try. Perfect. Saf, bring your toes slightly down, so you only want to be about this far off the ground. Good work, you can stop. How are our glutes feeling? Good? Okay, good. So, come up to seated in your own time. Let's face the window. Sorry, 360. Feet planted in the ground, knees bent. We're going to sit up tall. Does anybody need a block? Let me see. Lengthen through the spine. Verity, I'm going to grab you a block. Okay, so you want to sit on the block and sit on the very edge, like that, and it should help you to stay more upright. So feet hip width apart, legs can be a little bit longer if it's more comfortable there. Perfect, that's better. We're going to come into our bow and arrow. So we're going to inhale And on the exhale, we're going to bring the right arm back. Inhale, returning. Exhale, opposite arm back. Like you're drawing a bowstring. No. Yeah, it is a bow. Yeah, a bowstring.
Yeah.
I said spring.
I'm not going the opposite way to everyone.
I know, but it didn't say anything.
No, do correct me.
Exhale. Inhale. Rotate. Return. It's just a small rotation. Making sure we're staying upright. So we'll come back to here. Perfect. Just a few more. Try to stay lengthened in that spine. Our eye gaze is following our elbows. Perfect. On the next one, we're going to add in a pelvic tilt. So, we're going to inhale, tilt through the pelvis, pull the string back, and return. So, pelvic tilt, exhale, pull, inhale, return. Think about engaging that core, keeping them shoulders away from the ears. You look great. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can relax. Feeling it in the core? Yes. Okay. In your own time, you can come down to lie onto your backs. We're going to start the cool down. So, just take a moment. I want you to lengthen the right leg, and we're going to lift the left leg to the ceiling. Take your hands and place them behind your thigh or behind your calf. It's up to you, but you don't want to go behind your knee. And we're just going to feel that hamstring stretch. Holding it here for a while. Remembering to breathe. If you want to feel that stretch a bit deeper, flex your foot towards you. Bring your hands just a little bit lower. There you go. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, engaging the core. If you can, on the next just stay where you can. Perfect. Inhale and slowly come back down. We're going to do the opposite side. So bring the other leg up to the ceiling, grabbing it behind the thigh. And let's just hold it here. And stretch it out. Remembering, if you want that deeper stretch, flex the foot. On your next exhale, try and draw the leg in a little bit closer. Inhale, lowering back down. We're going to be coming onto all fours, so coming up. Let's come back into the same position as earlier. Hands stacked under our shoulders, knees stacked under our hips, and a neutral spine. Making sure our neck is in line with the body. We're going to inhale and tuck the chin, rounding through the spine, and release. Tuck the chin in, round through the spine, and release. Back to your neutral position. Good work, that's that. So, next I want you to bring forward the left leg, bring it round. We're just going to come into a stretch. So we're going to tilt the pelvis, making sure we're stacked evenly, we're not tilting to one side. Thinking about the core engagement, eye gaze forward. Let's shift the weight in that hip forward into the left leg and just feel that stretch. Inhale, return. Switching legs. Right leg comes forward. Tilt the pelvis and shift the weight into the hip. Great. Coming back up, we're coming into a tall kneeling position. And we're going to take the right arm across the body, shoulder height, bringing the left arm over top, just drawing it in close to the body. Switching sides. Perfect. of that. And we're just going to come back up into our alignment. So come to standing in your own time. Let's find our feet hip width apart, knees soft, neutral pelvis. If you need to, just take a few rocks to find it. And let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Perfect. We're going to come into our half neck rolls. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Bring in the ear to the shoulder and bringing it round. Good work. Stretch out that neck. Bring it back to centre, and we're going to come into some shoulder shrugs. So inhale, bring in the shoulders to the ears, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, release all the tension. Doing a big exhale through pursed lips. Just a couple more. Last one. And finally, let's just wring the wrists out. Doing small little circles. Change direction. Well done today, everyone. How are you feeling?
Good. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, did everyone enjoy it?
Yes.
Perfect. So, just make sure you drink a lot of water, rehydrate yourself. And I want you, when you go away, to think about next time we're sat at a desk or we're just sat at home on the sofa slouching, just think about your alignment and making sure we're extending through that body. We're obviously sitting at a desk, we're all curved over. Just think about bringing them shoulders back, dropping them down. Our hip alignment, none of us want a hunchback when we're older. Let's just think about drawing everything back. Thank you, and hopefully I'll see you next week.
Thank you.